In this video, I am going to explain about allocation algorithm. I'll explain allocation algorithm with the help of an example. Let us assume that this is the CPU, this is the primary memory and this is the secondary memory. And I have three processes A, B and C. These processes are stored in the secondary memory permanently. If you observe, process A requires 3 pages to store its data, process B requires 6 pages to store its data, process C requires 12 pages to store its data. Here I have stored all the pages in a sequential fashion. Okay, so we can allocate the pages for the processes in a non-sequential fashion also. For my convenience, I have allocated in a sequential fashion, but you can store part 1 of A here, part 2 of A here and part 3 of A here. Okay, so you can store like that also, because we use paging concept to allocate the memory in a non-sequential fashion. Okay, so for our convenience, I have written like this. So now let us assume that CPU wants to execute processes A, B and C. Now the data is available in the secondary memory. So CPU cannot access the data from the secondary memory. So this data should be brought from secondary memory to the primary memory. Okay. So moving the data from secondary memory to the primary memory is the responsibility of the operating system. Now operating system should bring process A, B, C data into the primary memory. Okay, that means we should allocate these frames. We know that entire primary memory is divided into equal sized portions called frames, right? Now we should allocate these frames to the processes A, B, C. In order to allocate these frames for the processes A, B, C, we will use the allocation algorithm. Okay, we will use allocation algorithm for allocating the frames for the processes. Okay, if you want to allocate frames for the processes, then we will use the allocation algorithms. In this video, I am going to explain about two types of allocation algorithms. They are equal allocation and proportional allocation. So first let us see what is equal allocation. In equal allocation, we will allocate equal number of frames for all the processes. Here if you observe, I have process A, B, C. That means I have 3 processes. Okay. Then how many number of frames are there? 12 frames are there. Okay. Now I should allocate these 12 frames to these processes, right? So in equal allocation, while allocating the frames for the processes, we should allocate the frames, we should allocate equal number of frames for the processes. We should allocate equal number of frames for the process. That means we should allocate 4 frames for process A, 4 frames for process B and 4 frames for process C. Okay. So what is the formula? So here the formula is total number of frames by number of frames, number of processes. What are the total number of frames here? I have, in total I have 12 frames. How many number of processes you have? I have 4 processes. Okay, so I should divide this one and I'll get value as, sorry, here number of processes are 3, right? So what is the result? 3 4s are 12. So finally I got 4 as the answer. That means I should allocate 4 frames for each process. What is the formula? Total frames by number of processes. Okay, total frames are 12 and number of processes are 3. So I should allocate 4 frames for each process. This is called equal allocation. Okay, so that means first 4 frames are allocated for A, right? So I'll store A data here. A1, A2, A3. A requires only 3 pages, right? So in primary memory also it requires only 3 frames. Now B data is stored B1, B2, B3, B4. Okay. So B5 and B6 are available in the secondary memory. Okay. Now C1, C2, C3, C4 are stored in the primary memory. C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11, C12 are available in the secondary memory. Here if you observe, what is the problem with the equal allocation? The problem with equal allocation is a process whose size is very less. for that process also we are allocating 4 frames, right? That means here we have wastage of memory. Here we are wasting the memory space. Okay, so because we are allocating these 4 frames for only process A, but process A requires only 3 frames, so 1 frame is wasted here. That is one problem. Memory wastage is one problem. And the next problem is, if CPU requests for page number C5 or C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11, 12, C12, if CPU requests for these pages, then we will get page fault. That means page fault rate will be increased, because for the process whose size is very large, for that process also we are allocating only 4 frames. So here page fault rate will be increased. These are the two problems with the equal allocation. So to eliminate these two problems, what we will do is we will use proportional allocation. Okay. So to solve these two problems, we will use proportional allocation. In proportional allocation, what we will do is we will not allocate equal number of frames for each process. Okay, I will take the same example. Here A requires 3 pages, B requires 6 pages, and C requires 12 pages, right? Here we will not allocate frames for this process. Okay, we will not allocate equal number of frames for these processes. So what we will do is we will allocate more number of frames for the large process, and we will allocate less number of frames for the small process. Okay, so this is called proportional allocation. That means based on the size of the process we are allocating the frames. If the size is large, we will allocate more frames. If the size is small, then we will allocate less number of frames. Okay, then how many frames should be allocated for A, how many frames should be allocated for B, and how many frames should be allocated for C. So in order to calculate the number of frames for each processes, here we will use one formula. Before explaining about this formula, first let us see what is the formula to calculate the percentage of marks. So to calculate your percentage, what is the formula? Your secured marks by total marks into 100, right? For example, you got 60 marks. Out of 100 you got 60. So you should write your score by total score into 100, because we are going to calculate the percentage, right? This is the formula. In the similar way, in order to calculate the number of frames allocated to frame A, what is the formula? The formula is number of pages required by A. What is the number of pages required by A? Number of pages required by A is 3. Then total number of pages required by all the process. Total number of pages required by all the process is 21. So we should write 21. So A requires 3 pages and total pages required by all the processes is 21 into what is how many number of frames are there? 12. So here I should write 12. This is the formula to calculate the number of frames required for process A. For process B, in order to calculate the B's share, B requires 6 pages. What are the total number of pages? 21. 21 into what are the total number of frames? 12. So if you calculate this value, we will get B's share. Okay. So now in order to calculate C share, C requires 12 pages. Total number of pages are 21. So this is the C share into what is the total number of frames? 12. So here we will get one answer, right? So here we will get answers, right? So based on these numbers we will allocate the frames. So this is called proportional allocation, because here in the proportional allocation we are allocating more frames for the large process and less frames for the small process. And this is the formula to calculate the proportional, to calculate the total number of frames allocated for each process. This is about allocation algorithm.